People who work or visit Waterfront Park on Southwest Nato Parkway are still horrified after witnessing a naked man snatching a 7-year-old girl in the daytime.
I expect to see lots of crazy things, and that was for sure one of the crazier things I've seen down here.
Just before 7 p.m., the manager at the bike rental shop by the Salmon Springs Fountain tells me he saw a man completely naked walking around in front of families and children. He took this short video after calling for help.
Yes, as soon as I saw him, I called 911 because we are a family-friendly business and there's lots of kids out.
Police confirm officers were busy on another call, a person with a gun at an apartment complex, and could not respond right away.
I heard no sirens. I was waiting for 30 to 45 minutes at least.
The bike shop manager says shortly after making the call, he saw the naked man violently grab a 7-year-old girl, trying to pull her away from her mother. The struggle over the girl was so intense, the girl was lifted off the ground.
I heard her screaming, and I saw the mom come up trying to push him off of her and hitting him a couple times. And yeah, it must have been really scary for that little girl as well.
The child's parents and bystanders punching, slapping, and pulling on the suspect until the girl was let go.
I saw him getting pepper sprayed, and I saw like 3 people come up to him and they hit him in the side of the head, and he took off running up Salmon Street.
More people called 911, but police were still delayed. Police ended up calling in officers from their North Precinct further out. Today, we asked parents taking their kids to this spot about the police response times.
It's telling families, it's telling mothers that you can't rely on anything else. You're going to need to prepare yourself for the absolute worst. It's unacceptable. That's so unacceptable because imagine he had a vehicle. Imagine he was working with another person. That child could have been gone.
If there's an emergency, you call 911 and expect to receive assistance right away, but I'm afraid that doesn't always happen.
Officers arrived and arrested 31-year-old Danielle C. Vasey, who by then was wading in the Willamette River nearby, still naked. He is facing attempted kidnapping, assault, and harassment charges.
Straight talk, the Portland nightmare and why we're on our own. Look, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. What happened out in Portland at that waterfront park is straight up wild, and it's a wake-up call that we all need to pay attention to. It was a Saturday night, and a family just trying to enjoy the vibes had their whole world turned upside down. A dude, 31-year-old Danielle C. Vasey, was out there wildin', completely naked, and straight up snatched a 7-year-old little girl right out of her mama's arms. We're talking about a tug of war for a child's life in broad daylight. Where was the help? Here's the part that really grinds my gears. The police got the call at 6:51 p.m. People saw this guy acting a fool well before he laid a hand on that baby, but because of the way things are run in that city, the cops were nowhere to be found. They were tied up. For 12 minutes, 12 long minutes, this family had to fight for their lives while the system sat on the sidelines. If it wasn't for some real ones in the crowd, dads and everyday people stepping up to punch, kick, and spray that guy to protect that child, we would be talking about a tragedy that no amount of policy reform could ever fix. The urban reality, let's be real about what's happening in these cities. When you listen to these soft-on-crime policies and keep pushing that anti-police rhetoric, this is what you get: lawlessness. From where I'm standing, it's clear the politicians aren't the ones in the park dodging predators. It's us. They want to talk about defunding or reimagining things, but when a lunatic is trying to snatch your kid, you don't need a social worker, you need a badge, or you need to be ready to defend your own. The social contract is shredded, and it's time to stop acting like the government is going to save us. We have to be our own first responders. One of the mamas out there said it best: you're going to need to prepare yourself for the absolute worst because nobody's going to come help you. That's a cold truth, but it's the truth. We don't have to live like this, but we're never going to get it back until we start demanding some real accountability and get back to the basics: law, order, and protecting our own. Shout out to those bystanders who didn't just record with their phones, they got into the mix and did what needed to be done. That's the reality of the streets right now. If you're tired of the nonsense and want the truth, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to my Today's Red Stories page. Stay sharp, stay safe, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.